And so the man who comes from this place said this. And when the Prime Minister of the country makes a statement like this, that, just think about those words, right? When the school is on the reserve, the child lives with its parents, who are savages. He is surrounded by savages, and he may learn to read and write. His habits and training and mode of thought are Indian. He is simply a savage who can read and write. I think that we should get T-shirts made for all Anishinaabe Aboriginal people saying, I'm a savage who can read and write. But this was the attitude. Now, Sir John A. Macdonald was a racist. People know that. It's commonly known. He was far ahead of others in this field. There were many people in Parliament who followed his thinking, who were quite racist in their thinking as well. In fact, when you look at the debates in Parliament in the 1880s and 1890s, not only about Indian people, particularly after the rebellion in Saskatchewan in 1885, but also about Asian people, about people from India, about people of color. The debates in the Parliament are filled with racist statements, just filled with racist statements. It's embarrassing to Canada to see that, but they are there. So Canada was led by people who were racist, and Sir John A. was at the front of all of them. And this is what he said. But in addition to that, he said, we have to take those children away from their parents. We have to place them in these large industrial schools. He had commissioned a study by a fellow named Nicholas Davin, who had gone to Carlisle Indian Residential School in Pennsylvania and looked at that and said, yeah, that's the way to do it. We take all the Indians from their reservations, we put them in these boarding schools, and then we concentrate our activities on them so that they never want to go back to that pagan, heathen, savage life. There was a belief that they could be changed that way. And so Sir John A. said, lots of people are telling me to do that. That's the justification.
I just can't even imagine what those families went through. I can't even imagine sending your children to school and not seeing them again. And what they went through, it just breaks my heart, as everybody else.
I think that there is this feeling in Kingston that this action really just came out of nowhere, and that this happened overnight. But I think that that's a misnomer, because this has been years of struggle for the Indigenous people in this area. Struggle through legal proceedings with the city, but going back further than that, as an Indigenous woman who grew up in this city, the struggle for me began the first time I walked past that statue and saw a man responsible for so much pain and so much suffering, and just the degradation, the sheer disrespect of a people and a culture and a land being venerated as this city's hero.
In general, the world is hurting, and Indigenous people have the answer. They have some knowledge in order to reconcile what we've done to the earth and as well as our people. So I feel that people are coming here because they know that this is a place where they can get knowledge to do better. That's my opinion.
This has just been such an overwhelming experience, but in such a good way. It's been beautiful. It's been amazing to be able to connect back with my roots, and going back to my reservation, talking to my parents, something I always wanted to do but I wasn't able to. And then just the power of having us be listened to, having us be respected and recognized, and having people listen, having people want to be educated.
When we walk through this park, people don't have to hurt no more. They can start healing. And that's what this was all about, was healing. And to get it taken down so that people can heal. And they come from different reserves, and they come here for their medications and their treatments. You don't have to look at that and get a slap in the face. You know, now that they'll want to come to Kingston now because we did what was right. And I really feel like that. You know, we did what was right. And we did it together. It was so... so special. The feeling this morning was so special here. Everything was at peace. There was no arguments. There was no nothing. It was just all love.
It's part of our history, but it's not one we should be proud of, and it's not one we should put up on a pedestal. That's my
And
thoughts.
there's good and bad in everybody.
Absolutely, yeah.
Very, very big. It's going to be a big time in history, I believe.
Yeah.